What's going on to you, Capricorn? So, you Capricorns actually have the Judgment, the Hermit, the Devil. The Devil is Capricorn. So, you most definitely showed up in your own reading. There's a link in the comment section below called the Linktree link. Click on it. It will redirect you to a website which has all the ways for you to financially support the channel, so I can most definitely keep the show going. Really appreciate it if you would come through, have birth chart readings, teach you how to do the tarot readings. I do all of that stuff. Thank you in advance. There's also books that you can most definitely go ahead and pick up on Amazon. I have 3 books: Love, Magic, Melanated History. I can't say the B word, but thank you in advance. So for you Capricorns, the Judgment, the Hermit, and the Devil. Okay. Okay. So the Judgment represents the difficulties that you've been having when it comes to dating, when it comes to getting to know other people. And okay, they've been harsh, right? They've been very much so harsh. The Hermit and the Devil represents the Hermit, the Devil, and the Five of Wands represents your perspective. Or I should say not your perspective, but your experiences. And these 3 cards pretty much says it all. Your experiences has been difficult. The Hermit and the Devil, you wish what it is that you knew back then. You wish that, somebody would tell you about the dysfunction of what's going on out here today, that so many people have put themselves out there on the stroll, right? So many people have made relationships transactional. Everybody wants something. Everybody wants some sort of, everybody wants something. Everybody wants some sort of compensation for doing anything from another person. It's not even about the compensation, right? Partially it's about that. But what it's about is, it's about getting over on another person. Because the poorest people in the world, the people who have the most financial struggles or the biggest problems are not vagrants. It's actually a lot of those people that you Capricorns see up online talking trash about how it is that they want 6 figures. Those people are actually in more, believe it or not, those people are actually in more financial problems than the vagrants living on the street. And that's the point that I'm trying to make. The relationships have become so transactional to the point where you just wish that somebody would have told you when you were coming up, right? So that you Capricorns, y'all can actually navigate yourselves through this thing, because a lot of people are not really being truthful. A lot of people are living foul. And the Five of Wands and the Six of Pentacles, they're looking at you to give them something. And there's no such thing as them giving you anything. There's no equity. There's no equal exchange, And it's not even about keeping score. So many people are keeping score as to who gave what and what's happening, to the point where it's disgusting. And it truly is disgusting, Capricorn. And a lot of y'all see that. And that's what this whole top row, but specifically the Five of Wands and the Six of Pentacles is about. You're over here trying to, when you Capricorns' minds and hearts are in the right place, you Capricorns are trying to get to know the person, their name, what their name means, what family they come from. Do they have honor and integrity? What are their hobbies? What is their temperament? What is their internal value? Or their internal values? And you're realizing, Capricorn, that a lot of people are not interested in that. It's all about trying to get over on another person so that other people can talk about how they did it on their own. And it's like, And it's like, unless the concept is you went through it the hard way and you learned the business of a thing or an idea, like the whole Cat Williams situation, like unless you learn the business, right? Like comedy, you learn the business of comedy or whatever business you in, that's doing it on your own, right? That's quote unquote doing it on your own. Obviously not 100% on your own, but that's doing it on your own though. And a lot of people, you realize that a lot of people don't want to do that, right? Now, why that's important is because this is some mind-blowing revelations that a lot of you Capricorns are having, right? And the reason why I'm saying that is because a lot of you really understand deep down that the people have really been masking their dysfunctions for years, and that now it's okay to be who you are. People are allowing their dysfunctions to hang all out, and their dysfunctions is disgusting because what people reveal about themselves is this is a part of who they are. You know what I mean? They have no boundaries. And the Seven of Pentacles and the Five of Swords for you Capricorns, it's all about how you Capricorns see this thing for what it is. And you're right, right? The Seven of Pentacles and the Five of Swords, you got a lot of people who expect you Capricorns to put the entire responsibility or the entire burden of the relationship onto your back. That's what the Seven of Pentacles is. But they're trying to make it seem like they're doing everything. And that is very dysfunctional. That's very disheartening because it's disempowering, right? It's a tactic that was meant to disempower you, right? To make you feel like, well, you're not doing enough. You know, they're the ones that's doing everything. You Capricorns aren't actually doing anything enough, you know, or you're not doing anything at all. You're not doing something enough, when you're not bringing enough to the table, right? You're right. That's the tactics. That's the game tactics. Do you know how disrespectful that is to where the person is bringing everything to the table, and then at the same time, right, then the person that you're supposed to be kicking it with romantically, right, or the person that you trust in general, tells you that you're not bringing in enough. You're not doing enough. That's terrible. The Four of Wands now is about how, and it sucks because this is supposed to be who you Capricorns are supposed to be kicking it with. But you want something like this in a sincerity where it's the two of you are married, the two of you are in a relationship, whatever capacity the two of you actually are. The Two of Pentacles and the Justice, and the two of you, for that furthermore, Two of Pentacles and the Justice, the two of you actually get along, and they're not interested in bringing in the stupidity and the foolishness that comes along with them. And a lot of you Capricorns are 100% right. You know, relationships, a dysfunctional relationship is where two people should not honestly be together. If we're talking about sincerity, they should not be together. But what you'll have a lot of intellectually dishonest people, Capricorn, trying to make it work. I honestly say let those intellectually dishonest people be with one another. Truth be told, let them do it, because at the end of the day, right? At the end of the day, Capricorn, let them do it. You know, let them do it. And And the reason why I say let them do it, in the first place, is because an intellectually dishonest person, you know, you can't. More oftentimes than not, they'll always be like that. So the best thing for you Capricorns to do is to stay away. But this is kind of the play on the devil thing, right? And you Capricorns, because when you Capricorns' minds and y'all hearts are in the correct place, a lot of y'all really want to do right by yourselves, and you want to do right by other people. But the way that they put y'all out there is they put y'all Capricorns out there like y'all are the worst, like y'all are, right? Like y'all are the devil card, so to speak. Y'all are the worst. Y'all are not meant to be trusted. And obviously that's not good, right? Because, you know, it's whack to where you Capricorns will literally try to do the correct thing, try to do the right thing. And you'll have people who will try to disempower you by making it seem like what it is that you're doing is not enough, or you're not coming from the correct place. You're not coming from a place of sincerity. And that's how it is that a lot of you Capricorns, that would come about, because when a Capricorn mind and heart is in the correct place, Capricorn is actually the purest zodiac sign. Like Capricorn has 3 stages. That's the crocodile, the mountain goat, and then you have the unicorn, right? The crocodile is when the Capricorns are at their lowest, and everything comes from that lizard brain. They're trying to survive. You know, it's like the crab. They will step on other people. They will step on another person. They don't care, right? You know what I'm saying? They will do whatever they need to do. And then the goat. And then the goat still has some of that crab mentality where they will step on other people. But, you know, there's a lot less, I should say. There's a lot less disrespect. There's a lot less need for survival mechanism. There's a lot less of that. There's a lot less of the need to survive and to always feel like their livelihood isn't gonna last or whatnot. And then the unicorn for you Capricorns. And then the unicorn represents, right? The unicorn represents the Capricorns at their most sincere, and they don't have a reason to be disrespectful, right? And the relationships that the Capricorns hold, because a lot of you Capricorns don't really keep a whole lot of relationships as y'all go through experiences and as y'all get older, right? That whole idea about a lot of y'all keeping a lot of relationships, that's generally, I'm talking about close relationships. Y'all don't really ever do that. And I would say the time when y'all do that the most, or you come closest to that, is really in y'all childhood. The older y'all get, y'all socialize with a lot of other people. Remember, Aquarius is ruled by Saturn as well. But just because y'all socialize with other people, it does not mean that y'all actually like socialize and these are your close day ones. And you're pulling from the opposite polarity of Cancer crabs, because Cancer crabs literally have that same mentality, you know, and you know, I don't know, you know, Cancer crabs, they don't like it. Sometimes they don't like it when I say this. I don't know if it's true. I'm just saying they, you know, sometimes the Cancer crabs may not necessarily like what it is that I have to say, but it's the truth. Cancer crabs is the zodiac sign of isolation, literally, right? So you're pulling from the opposite polarity. So let's clarify the justice. The Fool, the Eight of Wands, the Empress, you have the Nine of Cups, and then you have the Hanged Man to clarify the justice. So yet again, the Fool and the Eight of Wands, right? This represents you Capricorns having to let go of dysfunctional interactions, right? That type of stuff should be water up underneath the bridge for you, because holding on to that is going to squander your chances later. But also another person has to be like that, where they're willing to get to know you Capricorns honestly as well. And then you have the Empress and the Nine of Cups. You know, truth be told, Capricorn, if once you have tried to make things right between, let's just say you do something to somebody, you say something, once you try to make things right, the responsibility is not on you anymore. If the person decides that they don't want to talk to you, it is what it is. You know, same thing with another person. And this is something that a lot of people can't really get about you. They will try to run you into the ground, disrespect you, and then come back and apologize. And you Capricorns won't necessarily try to seek revenge. A lot of y'all are not vindictive. But so then you Capricorns will accept it, but you won't necessarily accept them back into the fold of being able to be trusted by you. But then they'll still get upset. And they need to understand that you don't have to accept them back into your fold. And the responsibility is not on you. The Hanged Man now represents, so what you Capricorns need is the very same thing that a lot of you have been exhibiting. It's patience. You Capricorns need patience. And I'm not saying that you don't. I'm just saying that continue to date. Okay, I'm gonna keep it a buck. If you Capricorns are not dating right now, you're not gonna find the person that you're looking for. You have to date, and yes, you have to approach. There's no exception. You know what I mean? There's no exception. If you're an able-bodied adult, you should be approaching on both sides. You know what I'm saying? It's unrealistic to only talk about one side needs to approach. And other people are starting to talk about the very same thing with that approaching thing too. Because I've said this before, you're statistically, you would be, on one side would be statistically more successful if they were to actually do the approaching. But that's pretty much it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, smash the subscribe button, smash the like button, hit the notification bell, set that notification bell to all so you can be notified whenever I drop my videos. Trying to get this YouTube channel to 20,000 subs. Let's go.